Okay, we're doing our Chapter 2 test review because you have a test tomorrow on Chapters 2-1 through 2-4. So 2-1 is rational numbers on the number line. So first, you're going to get a couple of number lines with some dots on them, and you have to tell me what numbers are plotted on the line. And I'm sorry there's no video today. My camera won't come on my computer. So maybe you'll get to see me next time. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is look at where the dots fall, and that's the numbers that I need to write down. And I'm going to use those little squiggly lines called solution set bars to put around my numbers. So the first number is what? Before that?
2, 3.
Go the other way.
Oh, -5.
There we go. -5.
Oh, that's not.
That one was hiding. Then -1, then 2, and then 3. And when I write these numbers, I'm going from least to greatest, okay? Start with the most negative to the most positive. And you're going to use the solution set bars and a comma to separate each number. And the solution set bars are on your keyboard right next to the letter P. You have to hit shift to get them. All right, so tomorrow on the test, when you're doing the Google form, that's where those are if you need them. Are there any questions about reading a number line like this? Okay. I think this is pretty straightforward. So we'll move on to the next section, and I'll be right back. Copy this down. Next, we have absolute value. For our absolute value, remember that tells us the distance a number is from 0. So we basically take the bars off and make the number what? Positive. Good. So what is the absolute value of -14? 14. What is the absolute value of 81? 81. What is the absolute value of -7?
7 without the line.
Yes. Okay. Now, these absolute value problems, the bars are going to kind of act like parentheses. So we have to solve what's inside first and take the bars off last. So what is -6 plus 4?
10.
What'd you say, Ethan?
It's -2.
-2. Keep the bars on because we haven't used them yet. So first you solve what's inside, keep the bars on.
And then it goes to.
And then it becomes +2. Good. And then the next one, since the whole problem is not in the bars, we're going to take the bars off the one number first and then solve. So what is the absolute value of -7? 7. And then 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, this section is over adding and subtracting rational numbers. So remember when we have positives and negatives, if the signs are the same, you add, the answer keeps the sign. And if the signs are different, you
Subtract.
yes, and the answer takes the sign of the
Bigger number.
good. So look at number 7. Are my signs the same or different? Same. So I'm going to add 12 plus 15, which is 27. Good. And then the sign
Is positive.
stays. If they're both negative, the answer is negative.
I thought those turned into positive.
When you're adding and subtracting, the rules are different. Yes. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, number 8. Are my signs the same or different?
Oh, yeah.
Same again. So what is 24 plus 45? 69. And the answer is
Negative.
yes. How about number 9?
They're different.
They are different, so we're going to subtract. And I recommend using your calculator because now we're dealing with decimals. So get your calculator out. What is 52.6 minus 38.7?
I got the first one. -13.6.
Elizabeth. Negative 13.9 is correct. And how about number 10? Are my signs the same or different?
Different.
Same.
Sorry.
Same. They're the same, so I'm going to add. What is 4.62 plus 12.81?
Oh. Stop it. It's not working. Brayden did not look up.
Okay, I know that Elizabeth is not the only one with a calculator. Come on, people.
I don't know where mine is.
My video is counting.
How sorry. It's negative 17.43.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi.
Okay, section 2-3 is on multiplying rational numbers. So, some of these numbers are just normal whole numbers, and some are decimals, and some are fractions. So let's go over how to do this. Kayla, are you with me? Okay. Negative 6 times 3. The rules for multiplying and dividing negatives are a little different. It says if I have one negative or an odd number of negatives, my answer is
Positive. Negative.
negative.
A little bit.
And if I have two negatives or an even number, my answer is positive. Okay, so number 11, negative or positive? Negative. And 6 times 3 is? Good.
Wait, wouldn't it be negative?
Yeah. I do the negative part first and then I multiply. So number 12, negative or positive? Negative again. And 5 times 8 is? 40. And next we have some decimals. Just enter it in your calculator. What is 4.5 times 2.3? Thank you.
I don't even get a chance.
And it's positive because there's no negatives in that problem at all. How about 14?
94.48.
Can I do the next one?
No.
Yes, you can. And 90.48 is positive because
There's no they're both.
they're both negatives, and two negatives make a positive when we're
Okay,
multiplying.
never mind. Somebody else can do this.
Okay.
Negative 15 of 12.
Wait,
Or positive.
look at the top numbers again.
5 times 2. Oh, 10. Are you retarded?
Negative 10 over 21.
Negative 10 over 21. All right, so you just multiply the top numbers together and multiply the bottom numbers together. And then number 16, same thing. You're going to multiply the tops. Kayla, do you get this? Okay, negative 28.
No, wait, it'd be negative 8,
Negative 28 over 185.
right? Wait, why is it negative?
Because negative 4 times 7 is negative 28.
Oh, I thought that said 2.
Oh, it's a little bit small. I'm sorry, I'll try to make it bigger. And I didn't hear the bottom number. 135.
Okay, the next one is not a fraction.
Okay, so copy those down and we will be right back with some more. Okay, so the first thing we have to do when we have mixed numbers is change them to improper fractions. And how do we do that?
You multiply them first. Big numbers by the top and bottom.
I'm going to multiply the bottom number by the big number. 5 times 3 is 15, and plus whatever's on top.
Negative 15.
Nope, the negative does not come into play when we're changing it to a mixed or an improper fraction. So it'll be 16 over 5, and then you bring down the negative. And then we're going to do the same to 7.5. So multiply first. 2 times 7, 14 plus 1, 15 over, keep the bottom number the same, so it's over what? 2, and bring down the negative. Now, I just multiply the top numbers and multiply the bottom numbers together.
This is already too much for me. Why am I writing 16?
You can do it. 240 over 10. And the negative went away because we had two negatives. That means a positive answer. If you want to reduce this,
No. You're not reducing it. Nope.
what do you do to reduce it when there's zeros?
Divide it.
24.
You can straight up divide it like Tommaso said, 240 divided by 10 equals 24. Or when you have zeros on the end, cross them out.
24 times
24 over 1, which is the same as 24. Okay? So I would take this answer, or this answer, or this answer. Those are all correct. Okay? So for the next part of the test, you're going to have some problems that look like this, and it says, simplify each expression. So remember, when we're multiplying or dividing, we can just combine everything together. But if we're adding and subtracting, we can only combine when they have the same variables, right?
Yeah.
So first thing I have to do in number 18 is what?
Add or multiply and stuff, everything together. All numbers.
Okay, multiply what?
6, negative 2, negative
6 times negative 2x, which is what?
12.
Negative 12, and then just write the variable next to it. And then I'm going to bring down the 14x because I haven't used it yet. Now, I'm adding and subtracting because I have a negative in the middle. I'm not multiplying anymore. Can I combine these two terms?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they both have x and they're both negative.
Well, it doesn't matter about the negative, but they both have an x, so I can put them together. What is negative 12x minus 14x? Negative 26x. Good. Excellent. Thank you. How about 19? What am I going to do? Yes, I'm going to multiply the numbers. 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. And then just write all the variables in ABC order. B, C, D. That's it.